Like I do. And you think about here. What's happening to me? This is for the heater limit. Not too high. Need to gain a little weight, but not.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. We don't really need anything. Blanket. I always use a blanket under my knee just because I don't like the feeling of the ground. It hurts me. Blocks. Yes, probably. And today we're actually going to start on our back. We're going to start in Shavasana. But we will move our bodies today, and Spotify's being persnickety. This is so okay. Studio One, what is happening? I know, I don't understand. Wait, there's like, hang on, it's like an echo. What?
Oh my God.
Yeah, hang on.
Yeah.
Hang on, guys. Give me a second. Like my Spotify is totally logged out right now. I don't know what's happening. It's got its own mind. Hang on. I might have to have Corey come fix us. No, now it's not, but my Spotify's not even on, so I don't know why it's doing this. The studio does not have Spotify anymore? Why is there two Studio Ones?
Oh, it's one for each speaker, I bet. Because that's why we heard it too, response.
Okay. Okay. I'm so sorry, y'all. It sure does. There we go. All right. Well, good morning, everybody. We are in Shavasana, balance, symmetry. Like, notice how we're feeling here on the earth today. We're going to move a little bit. We're going to balance a lot of it. So I want you to notice how you feel here. Give yourselves the space and the grace to show up, to be. Your mat is always here for you without judgment. So give yourself that same grace. Slowly start to check in with yourself. How are you feeling physically, energetically, and emotionally? These are all different bits and pieces of our body. As you're doing that slight check-in, also notice how your breath is moving today. And starting to slowly lengthen the breath, being intentional with it this morning, really taking it as long as you can. Once you've established that length, start to smooth it out so that the breath feels the same from start to finish. Smooth, even, long. Long, slow, steady breath. I want you to take about 3 more full rounds here. Before gently hugging those knees into your chest, give yourself a hug this morning. Maybe roll out the low back a little bit, side to side, front to back. And then release the soles of the feet to the earth. Start to walk them in close towards the seat bones, palms down by your side. We're going to move through a dynamic bridge just to start waking up. So as you inhale, drive down through the heels, pick up those seat bones, take those arms up and overhead, let the backs of the hands tap the earth. Exhale, slowly lower 1 vertebra at a time. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, slowly lower. I want you to keep going here. I want you to imagine that your spine is like a sticker and you're peeling the sticker from its backing. So it's a really slow tuck of the tailbone, lifting 1 vertebra at a time. And as you're slowly lowering, you're trying to match that sticker back onto its backing. So really slow, no bubbles here. Take about 5 full rounds wherever you are at right here. Keeping that breath slow, steady, even, keeping the movement slow, steady, even. After you've taken those 5 rounds, give yourself a hug. There is no rush. Just give yourself that hug, that gentle rock of the back. It's fine. Release those soles of the feet. We're going to come into our bridge pose 1 more time. Palms down by your sides. Walking those heels in close towards the seat bones. Feet are hips distance parallel. Using that next inhale, drive down through the heels, pick up those seat bones, keep the palms on the earth here. Keep reaching those hip points higher. Maybe find a little bit more length in the back of the neck. That chin tucks toward the chin just a little bit here. Knees are hugging in toward the midline, so squeeze them like you have a block in between the legs. And keep reaching those hip points toward the sky. Breathe. And then imagine that your tailbone is trying to touch the back of the knees. Imagine that your fingertips are trying to touch the backs of the heels. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But keep the palms grounded here. You have 3 more rounds of breath. Slowly lower with that last exhale. Hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself that hug. And then take your time. We're going to rock and roll up and over, finding tabletop. You want to pull that blanket underneath your knees. Now is a good time to do that. Make sure your blocks are up at the top of your mat because I want to actually take tabletop on our blocks for a moment just to give us some height. So just find your tabletop, maybe wiggle out all those little micro movements that you might need to find this place. Maybe you tuck the toes back behind you to give yourself a little bit more balance, a little bit more stability. And then take the right arm up towards your ear and take some big circles to the front of the room. So sweeping it back. Getting all the way into that shoulder girdle, feeling that upper arm bone move through there. And then slowly switch directions. Take it to the back. Big backstroke. Take one more full circle. Let that palm land. Shake out any little wiggles that you need to, and then take that left arm towards the left ear and circles to the front of the room. That entire upper arm bone is moving through that entire shoulder girdle here. Take one more round to the front and then reverse your direction. I'm so stiff that all of this hurts. Take one more to the back. And then let those hands find the earth. Those blocks can just hang out right in front of you, wrists right underneath the shoulders, knees right underneath the hips, feet coming straight out. Lift up and out of the wrist creases. Pull the navel in, chase the heart forward. So you are long from the crown of your head through your tailbone. You're finding this place of stability. I want you to find that connection of your core. So imagine that your bottom rib is trying to touch the top of that hip point. Step the right toes to the back of the mat. Press into the ball of the foot. Using your inhale, float that right leg. Press through the heel, foot's flexed. Next, inhale, left arm, left ear. Reach through the fingertips. Keep pulling that navel in. Keep chasing that heart forward. You are long from fingertip all the way through that extended heel. You're going to bend that right knee, send that sole of your foot towards the sky. You're hugging that heel in towards the bum. Foot is flexed a lot. Where did the belly go? So keep pulling that in. Keep lifting up out of that right wrist crease. Squeeze the heel in. One more full round of breath. Release hand, release leg. Take just a moment. Making sure that those wrists are right underneath the shoulders, knees right underneath the hips, and then step those left toes to the back of the mat. Press into the ball of that foot. Next, inhale, float that left leg, press through the heel. Keep pulling that navel and you're lifting up and out of that wrist crease. Next, inhale, right arm, right ear, reach through the fingertips. Keep protecting that low back. We're doing that by holding our core in and up. And then bend that left knee, that sole of the foot aims towards the sky. Squeeze the heel in toward the bum. Breathe. One more breath. Release hand, release foot. Sit the seat bones back, find child's pose. Next, inhale, rise up to all fours. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a moment, pedal out those feet. Just notice what it feels like to be here. Using your inhale, float forward to your plank. Shoulders land over the wrist. Press those heels back. Keep drawing that navel in. Everybody drops their knees. Lower halfway, find that chaturanga, arms squeeze those elbows in. Stay halfway here. Next inhale, push up. Exhale, slowly lower all the way to the earth. When you get there, send those hands out towards 10 and 2, finding your temple cobra. So like we have cupcakes underneath those palms. Soften that lower half of the body. Use your inhale, float the heart. Exhale, lower. 2 more rounds. Inhale. Exhale, release. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, forehead to the earth. Hands slide under shoulders, toes tuck. Use your inhale, press yourself back, find child's pose. Take one more full breath. Inhale, rise up, find that tabletop. Exhale, find your downward facing dog. Left foot steps closer to the right. Use that inhale to send that right leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose hollow, step in between the thumbs. Drop the back knee, rise up. You can keep that back toe tucked. That's okay. I want you to drive down into that front heel. Again, we're finding that connection of our bottom rib to the top of our hip point. So pull everything in and up. Our inhale will be our stretch reach. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, tall. Exhale, half split. We'll start to shift the weight back. Take those arms back behind you. Squeeze them. Think locust pose. Inhale, crawl into that front foot. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, tall. Exhale, find that half split. That front foot can flex. Those toes chase back towards your nose. Your heart chases the top of the mat. Inhale, crawl forward. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, tall. Exhale, half split. Inhale, crawl forward. Stay here. But I want you to find all of those connection points. Grow tall through the crown of your head here. Long, crown of the head all the way through the tailbone. Find that connection of those ribs to the top of that hip. So it's that navel that hugs and those ribs that knit in. But all our stability is carried right in the middle. Using your exhale, let the hands find the earth. And this front foot's going to come back to meet its partner. Start to walk those hands out in front of you. Our knees are staying on the earth here. Shift that weight forward so you're in a plank on knees. Slowly lower halfway. Find that chaturanga. Squeeze those elbows in. Keep pulling that navel in. That heart's chasing forward. Inhale, straighten those arms. Lift the heart up. Exhale, slowly lower all the way to the earth. Send those hands out towards 10 and 2. Find that temple cobra. The gentle. Let the lower half of the body be soft. And when you're ready, take 3 rounds. It's an inhale that floats your heart. An exhale that lowers. Inhale. Exhale, release. Last one. Exhale, forehead to the earth. Hands slide under shoulders, toes tuck. Inhale, find child's pose. One more full round of breath. And use that next inhale to rise up to your tabletop. Exhale, find that downward facing dog. Right foot steps closer to the left. Use that inhale, send that left leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose hollow in between the thumbs. Drop that back knee, rise up. Drive down into that front foot. Find that connection of the midsection of the body. Grow tall through the crown of the head. Our inhales are stretch reach. Exhale, we find a cactus. Inhale, tall. Exhale, half split. Shift that weight back. Take those hands back behind you. Squeeze like locust. Inhale, crawl forward. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, tall. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, rise. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, take it tall. Exhale, cactus. One more full round. Inhale, tall. Exhale, cactus. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, half split. Inhale, crawl in. Stay here. Again, find all of that connection, all of that stability here. Let your exhale, let your hands find the earth. We're floating this front leg back so that it meets its partner, knee on the earth. Walk those hands out in front of you slightly. Shift that weight forward, plank on knees. Slowly lower halfway, find that chaturanga. Squeeze those elbows in, breathe, chase that heart forward. One more full round of breath. Use that inhale, take the heart tall. Exhale, slowly lower all the way to the earth. Hands slide out towards 10 and 2, finding that temple cobra. Soften the lower half of the body, and when you're ready, inhale, float the heart. Exhale, lower. 2 more rounds. Inhale. Exhale, release. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, forehead all the way to the earth. Hands slide back by that bottommost rib here. Bring the legs together, 2 as 1. Hug those elbows in. Feel the shoulder blades glide down the back here. Grip the earth with the tops of all 10 toes. Hug the outer ankles in. Every single leg muscle is drawing in and up. Those kneecaps are away from the earth. When you have all of that energy, all of that containment, use your inhale to float the heart cobra pose. You have 5 rounds of breath. Light in the hands, squeeze the elbows in. Keep drawing that navel in, protect your low back. Releasing your forehead with your last exhale. Hands slide under shoulders, toes tuck. Inhale. Find your child's pose. Changing up my flow, so even I have to think. Take another full round of breath. Use that inhale to rise up to all 4s. Exhale, find that downward facing dog. Left foot steps closer to the right. Inhale, take that right leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose hollow. We're stepping in between our thumbs, keeping that back leg lifted. Rise up, finding a high crescent lunge here. So I want you to take your time finding your space, place. If you want to move your blanket out of the way, you certainly can. But we're going to find this maybe shorten stance just a little bit because we are going to start balancing. Take those arms to the sky. So all of those same things that we talked about earlier, we're going to drive down into that front foot. You're going to find that connection of that bottom rib to the top of that hip. This is all of our stability. Everything we're going to carry is right here in the middle. Inhale takes our arms tall. Exhale, we cactus. Inhale, tall. Exhale, hinge, take the arms back behind you, think airplane. Inhale, tall. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, tall. Exhale, find that airplane. I want you to launch yourself off that back foot. You're just coming here. And then you'll really release. Take that inhale, take the arms to the sky. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, tall. Exhale, airplane hinge, float that back leg. Release. Inhale, tall. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, tall. Exhale, hinge, airplane, float that back leg. Inhale, tall. Exhale, cactus. Let's take a few more rounds so we just can feel this. Inhale, tall. Exhale, hinge. Find that airplane, float that back leg. Find that control. Inhale, take it tall. Exhale, cactus. Inhale. Exhale, hinge, float. Exhale, or inhale, release. I'm sorry. Stay right here. Take just a moment. Find that place, that space. Our next inhale is going to be a big step to the top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold here. Let it be soft. Maybe grab opposite elbows. Maybe find a gentle rock from side to side here. Let the head hang. It is heavy. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Pull the belly all the way away from the thighs. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the hands, step back, left, right, downward facing dog. Right foot steps closer to the left. Inhale, takes that left leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose hollow in between those thumbs. Rise up, find that high crescent lunge. Take your time getting there. So find your place in space, find that stability. So we find that connection, that rib toward the hip. We're still growing tall here. We drive down into that front heel. Inhale, takes those arms nice and tall. Exhale, find that cactus. Inhale, tall. Exhale, we're going to find the hinge, keep the foot on the earth. Inhale, take it tall. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, tall. Exhale, hinge, float that back foot. Inhale, land tall. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, tall. Exhale, hinge, float. Press that air back behind you. Lift that leg. Inhale, release. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, tall. Exhale, hinge, float, fly. Inhale, reach it back, take the arms up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, tall. Exhale, hinge, float. We have 2 more rounds. Inhale, tall. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, tall. Exhale, hinge, float. Inhale, tall. Let's stay. Next inhale, big step, top of the mat. Exhale, find that forward fold. Maybe pedal out the feet, maybe shift the weight side to side. Let that head hang, it's heavy. Grab opposite elbows if that helps. Bend the knees, let's round and roll up here. Shoulders, head arrive last. When you get there, take a big inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, send that energy in two directions. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more round. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, plant the hands, step back, right, left, downward facing dog. Inhale, float forward to your plank. Exhale, drop the knees. Stay here. Exhale, lower halfway, find that chaturanga. Squeeze those elbows in. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, slowly lower all the way. Hands slide out towards 10 and 2. Find that temple cobra. Inhale, float your heart, Exhale, lower. Take 2 more rounds, let it be soft. Releasing your forehead with your last exhale. Hands slide back by that bottommost rib. Set yourself up for that cobra pose. Find all of those points of connection. And when you're ready, inhale, float the heart. Find that cobra pose. 4 more rounds of breath. Releasing your forehead with that last exhale. Hands slide under shoulders, toes tuck. Use your inhale to find your child's pose. Knees together, knees apart, you do you. Using that next inhale, rise up to all fours. Exhale, find that downward facing dog. Spread the fingertips wide, lift up and out of those wrist creases. You're pressing that body back in space. Gazes toward those big toes. That navel is hugging in, those hip points are reaching for the sky. Left foot steps closer to the right. Use that inhale to take that right leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose hollow. Inhale, send it back up, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose hollow, step in between those thumbs. Keep that back leg lifted, rise into that high crescent lunge. Take your time getting there. Again, that gentle or that slightly shortened stance, you know that we're going to start going towards that balance one more time. So find your stability in that front foot. Find the connection of the midsection of the body. Take an inhale. Exhale, find that airplane. Find that floating of the back foot. This front leg can stay bent. That's okay. Flex that back foot a lot. Keep finding that connection of navel towards spine. Heart is chasing out in front of you. Breathe. Keep reaching. Inhale, let that back leg land. Spin the back heel down. We're going to open up, find warrior two here. You guys can kill me at any time. So give yourself a moment to wiggle into your space, your place. That front heel's in line with that back arch. Arms are coming straight out. Shoulders stacked right over the hips here. That front knee is tracking over our ankle base of the second toe. Bend in a little bit more. Everybody take your gaze to that back hand, that left hand. As you exhale, I want you to slowly lower that left hand. As it passes this back leg, spin on the ball of that foot. You are in an extended high crescent lunge here. Reach those fingertips, grip the earth with that front foot, hop the back leg in a little bit. Using your next inhale, we're going to take a step to the top of the mat, float that front or that back leg, flamingo pose. Flex that foot a lot. Keep reaching through the fingertips here. Imagine that you're balancing the fingertips on the ceiling. Keep pulling that navel in, find that connection. I want you to start to squeeze that heel in, so it's trying to touch the back of that hamstring. Start to drop this left knee. Once it passes the leg, squeeze the heel and flex it a lot. Take that left hand back towards that left foot. Right hand reaching toward the sky. Nothing more, nothing less. We're not bending, we're not dipping, we're just staying here. Take one more breath. Release foot. Take that left arm to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, round and roll up here. Shoulders, head last. Inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, step back, left, right, downward facing dog. Breathe, find your place, your space. Right foot steps closer to the left. Inhale that left leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose hollow, pull it into the chest. Inhale, send it right back up. Exhale, knee to nose hollow, in between those thumbs. Keep that back leg lifting, rise up, find that high crescent lunge. You can hop that back leg in if you need that shorter stance. Find all of that connection here in the midsection, drive down into that front foot. Take an inhale. Exhale, hinge, float that back leg, find that airplane, flex that back foot a lot. This front leg can stay bent. If you want to straighten it, you can, but listen to yourself, reach. Breathe. Inhale, let that back leg land. Take the arms up to the sky. Find that high crescent lunge. Open up, find that warrior two. And give yourself that moment to wiggle into that place, that space. Front heel, back arch. Shoulders right over our hips here. Keeping all of those connection points, bottom rib, top hip. It's warm now, yeah?
Yeah, thanks, Heather.
Take that gaze toward that back hand. And as you exhale, start to drop that right hand as it passes that right leg, spin on the ball of that foot. You are long here, you can hop it in if you need. You're gonna use that inhale, step to the top of the mat, find that flamingo pose. Flex this right foot. Imagine that those fingertips are balancing against the ceiling here. Keeping all of those connection points. So I always flare my ribs, so I puff up my chest. We're trying not to do that, so find all of those connections. Squeeze that heel in towards the hamstring. Start to drop that right knee. Squeeze the heel into the bum a lot. Right hand goes towards that right foot, that right leg. Nothing more, nothing less. No dip, no bend. Take one more inhale. Release. Find that forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, round and roll up here, one vertebra at a time. Shoulders, head arriving last. Hands can be down at your side or at heart center, your choice. But I want you to grow tall through the crown of your head here. Inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. I want you to find a gentle back bend up the top. So maybe the gaze goes towards the ceiling. Stick out those hip points. Pull it to center, keep the hands reaching for the sky. Right hand goes to the left shoulder here. Left hand to right elbow, reach over to the left. You can stick that right hip out towards the side. Find this nice little stretch. Inhale, find center. Keep the right hand where it's at. Open up the left hand, palm face forward. Spin that palm down so that the thumb faces down. Take that arm back behind you. You can either reach for those hands or not. My hands do not touch, so don't worry about them touching. And then open up those elbows. Chin parallel to the earth here. Find that connection of those ribs towards those bottom hips. Give a slight bend to the knees, tuck the chin, start to round and roll over. When you land in that forward fold, right hand to the earth, take that left arm to the sky. Maybe you bend into that right knee. Gently unwind. Find a very soft forward fold here. Bend the knees, round and roll up. Shoulders, head last. When they do, take that big inhale, that big stretch, reach to the sky. Keep those hands reaching. Maybe find a gentle back bend at the top. Pull it to center. Keep those fingertips reaching. Bend that left elbow, left palm to left shoulder. Right hand to left elbow. Stretch over to the right. Inhale, center. Keep the arms where they're at. Open up this right palm into a T, palm face forward. Spin the thumb down. Take that hand back behind you. Open up those elbows, chin parallel to the earth. Find that connection of your ribs towards the top of the hip. Slight bend to the knees, tuck the chin, start to round and roll over. When you get there, this left palm finds the earth, the right hand finds the sky. Maybe you bend into that left knee just a little bit. Gently unwind. Find that very soft forward fold. I want you to look down at those feet. You're gonna start to set yourself up for a chair pose. So either feet hips distance parallel, feet together, big toes together, heels apart. You do you. Pull your navel in, inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold as you do. Bend those knees, sit down, find that chair pose. Inhale, take those arms up. Arms can land where it's comfortable. So if it's too much to take them up to the sky, keep them right out in front of you. You do you. But pull that navel in, long, tall spine. All of those connection points here, yeah? When you look down, can you see the tops of all 10 toes? Sit down a little bit more. Two more rounds of breath. Inhale, press to take those legs straight, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. I want you to lift up that right heel. You're on the ball of that right foot. Again, hands either at heart center, hips out to the sides. You do you, because we're going to float this right foot. Think flamingo for just a moment, because I want you to find your balance, your place, your space. Start to flex that foot a lot. Start to hug it in towards the hamstring, towards the glute. And then start to let this right knee drop. Keep squeezing that heel in. When it's in line with that standing leg, to take that right hand back. Reach for that ankle, that foot. Keep flexing that foot. It'll help a lot. Again, find your balance, your place, space. When you feel that you have that connection, that balance, you can take that left arm to the sky. You can also find a wall. I want you to give a slight bend to that standing leg, just so we're not locking it out. And then you can start to find that push-pull, that pulling of that right leg back behind you. Heart stays lifted. Reach through those left fingertips. I want you to try to keep the heart lifting here. So resist the urge to jump down, not what we're doing. But you can find that push-pull of the leg, the ankle, the foot. Keep that heart reaching. Keep reaching with those left fingertips. Your dancer's pose any way it wants to look. Breathe. I want you to take at least 5 to 7 rounds of breath wherever you are. If you need to come out of it, but know that you have that place to come back to, whether it's a wall, whether it's just your balance. You do you. There is no right or wrong here. We are just finding that connection of our upper body, grounding into that standing leg. But after you've taken all of those breaths and you feel good with where you're at, release your foot, find a gentle forward fold. And let it be soft here. Bend those knees a lot, so maybe that the hands reach the earth and maybe you pedal out those feet. When you feel ready, find that round and roll up. Let it be slow, soft. Finding your mountain pose, your space, your place, whether you like those hands on your hips, at your heart, out by your sides, out in front of you. Find all of those connection points. Grow tall through the crown of your head. Bottom rib touching that top hip point, and then float that left heel. Find that stability in the right leg, and when you're ready, start to float this left leg. I want you to flex that foot a lot. You're going to hug that heel in towards the hamstring, towards the glute. And slowly you start to drop this left knee. When it gets near that right leg, then you can reach that left arm back, left foot, left arm. Find that space, that place first, then find that push-pull of the foot back behind you. Heart stays lifted, it stays reaching. You can reach through those right fingertips. breathe. Your dancer's pose. Take your time. Taking 5 to 7 rounds of breath in that place. So whether it's just that balance here, here, it's all the same. Everybody's place is the perfect place to be. When you've taken your breath, there is no rush. Releasing that foot to the earth. Finding that gentle forward fold when you're ready. Bending the knees a lot, so maybe the fingertips reach the earth. Let that head hang, it's heavy. And then start to toe heel those feet wide. Big toes facing out. Slowly start to sink those seat bones toward the earth, finding your yogi squat, your malasana. Elbows come to those inner legs. That heart lifts, crown of the head reaches for the sky. Tailbone draws toward the earth here. Taking 2 to 3 more rounds of breath. Before slowly letting those seat bones land. Taking your spine long down to the earth, hugging the knees into the chest when you get there. Stacking the knees over the hips here, shins parallel to the earth, 2 legs as one. Taking your arms out wide to a T, palm face toward the sky. Gently draw that navel down just a little bit. That low back is aiming to touch the earth. And as you exhale, letting both legs fall over to the left. Keeping the legs together. Keeping that right shoulder, head on the earth. When you get there, you can take this left hand on top of that right thigh if it feels good. Slow, steady, even inhales, exhales. Letting that left back of the hand come back to the earth. And then using that inhale to draw both legs back to center. Keeping those knees stacked over the hips, shin parallel to the earth. Gently draw that navel down, and it's your exhale that we drop everything over to the right. Keeping that left shoulder on the earth here. When you land, you can take that right hand to the top of that left thigh. Opening up that right arm one more time. Keeping the legs together, using that inhale to come back to center. Drawing that right knee in towards the chest, then that left leg long and heavy. Find a gentle windshield wipe with this right leg. Using that next exhale to take the leg across the body, finding a gentle, easy twist where anything can lift, shift, or move here. Letting it be a little bit more organic. Keeping a hold of that right leg, use that inhale to come back to center. That left comes in to meet the right, sending that right long and heavy. Finding a gentle windshield wipe with this left leg. And using that exhale to take the leg across the body, finding that gentle, easy twist where anything lifts, shifts, and moves. Keeping a hold of that left leg, use that inhale to come back to center. Bringing that right in to meet the left, giving yourself one last hug here. Maybe you roll out the ankles, one direction, then the other. Before sending both legs long and heavy, take the arms up and overhead, finding one last full body stretch here. Reach through the fingers, the toes, press through the heels. Maybe you roll out the wrists. Take one big inhale. As you exhale, send it out of the mouth. Drag those arms back down by your sides. Taking the feet, the legs a little bit wider than hips distance. Letting them soften, they naturally splay, they roll open. Letting the hands naturally curl. Letting go of any breath pattern. Letting it come back to its natural rhythm. Shavasana. Slowly start to take some deeper breaths. And when you feel ready, making your way towards your right side, finding a fetal pose, staying small, taking a few more rounds of breath. And when you feel ready, letting that left top hand find the earth. Using that inhale to rise yourself up to a comfortable seat, sitting up nice and tall. Bringing your hands together at your heart. The gentle bow of your head, acknowledging the time and space that you took for yourself today to move, to breathe, to be. Remembering that balance is a moving target in life, in our breath, in our movement. So not attaching to one thing more than the other and giving yourself all the kindness that you can. I truly thank each and every one of you for sharing your practice with me this morning, and I hope you have a great week. Thank you. Thank you.
That was a tough one being in. What's that? That was a tougher one to be in. I'm not used to doing that much balance. It's not not much. I don't think we normally don't do that. I don't usually come back. Well, I think this is recorded, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I think we got practice.
Yeah.
Day to day. I know.
Yeah, some is.
Other days, oh, what just happened? And then other time is one side of the. Yeah. That's true too.
Yeah, always different from side to side.
Heavier weights. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Like these. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. It was a long stretch. They have like pre-recorded. They do. They should try. They should try. But it's that me on the yeah, I think I shattered my knee like back in 2017.
Oh my gosh.
6 screws and 2 plates.
Oh my God. Bye, honey.
So it's not always the same on either side, but that's why I just have a blanket underneath, because one of my plates is right here.
Yeah, I usually always have a blanket. I always. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like we have them, let's use them. There's nothing that says we don't have to use it. Yeah. Yeah.
They don't wear, you know, it's like, they just kneel like a cushion.
Yeah.
Like a little cushion. Oh, okay. But then you have to be in a perfect place. I know, I'm okay with the blanket, so you keep it aside or something. I don't want to take the ride. But if some people are really the best, you know,
Oh, sorry.